Hello, Titas! Welcome to episode 9, season 4 of the Coffee Tita podcast. This is Esther, the Coffee Tita. So we are down to the last 3 episodes for season 4. So once again, Titas, thank you so much for your appreciation, your encouragements, and your support for the Coffee Tita initiative. I appreciate it very, very much. So last week's episode talked about the fear of success. This week, we will be talking about the gift of failure. So there is a quote by Rosalind Russell. She said, "Flops are part of life's menu, and I'm never a girl to miss out on a course." In the eyes of the world, Claire Booth Lewis was one of the most successful women in the 20th century. She was a playwright and author, a 2-term congresswoman, and the U.S. ambassador to Italy. She was also a mother and the wife of a publishing magnate, Henry Luce, co-founder of Life and Time magazines. But this extraordinary woman often confessed that if she were to write her own autobiography, it would be titled as The Autobiography of a Failure. So if she had all that success and she still thought of herself as a failure, what's left for the rest of us, right? Gratefully, there is a great deal of hope as long as we stay on the path to authenticity. Claire Booth Lewis, or CBL as she was called, felt like a failure because she believed that ever since she was a child, she just really wanted to be a writer. She never wanted to become a congresswoman or any of those other titles which she had over the years. Her first love was playwriting, so CBL's story is a little different. Although outwardly we see hers as a success, inwardly it was a failure for her. Authors Carol Hyatt and Linda Gottlieb, writers of When Smart People Fail, Rebuilding Yourself for Success, calls this type of failure as hidden failure. Hidden failures suffer less from a sharp sense of loss than a chronic sense of disappointment, but they suffer nonetheless, longing somehow to change, often as scared and ashamed as those who have been fired. And this situation is quite common. How many people laid off jobs through no fault of their own nevertheless feel they have somehow failed? How many of us feel stuck in a job we hate, are terrified to risk change, and despise ourselves for doing less than our best? Often, at the very moment the world is praising us, we know in some corner of our minds that we have failed our own best hopes. Each of us is terrified of failing, but whether we risk it all or play it safe, we cannot avoid failure, public or hidden, all our lives. Real strength comes from knowing we can survive. Carol Hyatt and Linda Gottlieb reassures us. Failure stretches us beyond our conscious capacity so that we can grow into our authentic selves. This is failure's generous gift. In life, the worst thing that can happen isn't failing. It's never having tried.